That's one way to do it. Just bread and cheese, not quite breakfast, but all right.
No, that's my
uh,
breakfast.
In Brazil, it's a real breakfast.
Is a grilled cheese sandwich like a Brazilian breakfast?
Oh yeah, sure.
One of those.
All right. What's like a go-to Brazilian dish, like an iconic Brazilian dish?
Rice.
Rice and beans and a beef
Something else.
on top. Yeah, the rice and beef are in almost every meal,
Really?
and you just put something else on top of it, like eggs
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
beef.
Oh, so that's like the basis for every meal. Is like that with something else on top.
Yeah.
Or for most.
Yep.
rather.
Yep. Rice and beet. So just tell me when I can start.
I believe whenever you're ready, just call out when you want Albino to start time. He's running the
Oh.
timer.
That's right. I'm ready then. Sup, this is Mega Man 10 with bass. Bass is cooler than Mega, so that's why I play with him. So on the 3, I will start the run, okay? 1, 2, 3, go.
Good
I
luck.
stayed on the 3.
Right. Alright,
Thanks.
so this run starts with Human stage. It's a pretty fast stage to do without any extra weapons, and also it's a very quick fight with Buster, so it's a good choice for a first stage. So base. Usually Mega Man can walk, and in some games he can slide on the ground. Base though, he can dash, just like in the Mega Man X games. So he gets a very fast ground movement, and when he jumps, he keeps the speed. So you want to be dashing and jumping as much as possible, so you don't lose time. And here he's avoiding most enemies and traversing the stage by breaking the blocks. Now he just used his dog. The name of the dog is Treble. He can fuse with his dog for some reason, and he gains the power of flight, and he can shoot in 3 directions at the same time. So that's pretty useful when you have to go upwards. So he's at Chuman. It's a pretty straightforward boss fight. He just wants to dodge his shots and shoot him as much as possible. Having the best Buster, you can't move while shooting, but you can point to any direction you want. So it's very easy to maintain Chuman in iframes for the most time possible. That was a pretty quick fight.
Yeah, I just messed up the end.
Yeah, he got frozen at the end, but now he's free. He let it go.
I got a good RNG though.
So now he has 2-man weapon. So he can kill the next boss, which is Nitro Man. That weapon is his weakness, and it's also pretty useful in this stage. So for Nitro Man, I think we're gonna see him use the treble fusion to boost into some enemies in the later parts of the stage, because you don't get knocked back when you're fused with treble. So here he's gonna jump over the buses. Usually Mega Man is gonna freeze all of them. Actually no, he's gonna kill all of them with the 2 spikes. But Base, he can jump so high and he is so fast that he doesn't need that. Except now the trucks are too big, so he can't jump over them. So he kinda has to kill them. Alright. He's basically made it to the stage already. There's not much else. Oh yeah.
Just there. What?
He did
Just there.
a really cool trick. He can summon treble before the screen transition, and he's gonna go through the screen transition into the next screen. So he can just use as soon as possible. The Nitro Man fight. Wow, he's getting really bad RNG. So, okay, after some trolling, he was able to get good RNG. You need Nitro to run into your spikes that you throw. And if he doesn't, then you're sad, because it's not gonna do damage at all.
I hate Nitro. I hate Nitro. By the way, there are two routes in this game, in this category: the Commando first and the Human first. Commando first is faster by around 5-7 seconds, but I like Human first more at most, so I still doing Human first.
It's always important to do the route that you're more consistent with. Even if you lose a little bit, you end up saving because you play it better. So
Yep.
yeah. Commando stage, it has this kind of sandstorm. Usually Mega Man can use it to go faster, but as Phase you can go faster than that. So it's not really a big deal. In the next screens, he's gonna face the sandstorm coming into the other way, so he's gonna just fly over it easily with treble. Running into some enemies, but it doesn't matter too much. You don't need much health for this stage. And he's at the boss. Really quick. This boss, he can give you good patterns and not so good patterns. You want him to jump, because when he's in the air, you can hit him multiple times. And that's it. Most bosses are very fast to kill in this game. It's very similar with the early games in the series. The weapons do quite a bit of damage, the bosses don't have a lot of iframes. So now that he has Commando Bone, he's going into Blade Man stage. Because it's his weakness. And Blade Man stage is a pretty cool stage, full of spikes. He's gonna have to do a lot
Sounds a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's the kind of stage you love to play when you're playing casually through a game. So here he's showing one of the uses of the Nitro Man weapon. He can use it to go up into the walls and climb them really fast. Also, it's pretty good damage dealer, since Face's Buster is not really strong. Like, I think it does half damage from Mega Man's Buster.
I've actually never seen base gameplay before, so I'm like getting blown away by all the cool stuff. Like the fact that you can run that fast and shoot up.
Yeah, Face is pretty broken. So Vinny had a small detour into the spikes, but he should be fine. He didn't waste much ammo, so it's okay. Hopefully
I hate this stage. I hate this stage.
Oh, that sounds like a bad thing just happened. Ooh. Get back to the checkpoint, guys.
Yeah.
It's okay. Everything is fine.
Okay, I did the stage 4 times. And I didn't die once. Wow, I hate this stage.
This is... I've never seen the stage go this way before. Good thing that he has a lot of lives, so he can keep going.
Really quick, do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah,
Yep.
we have. Since
We've
we
got
played this thing
$55 from Mr. Cab55. Says, let's go. Thank you, Cab.
Yo, thank you, Mr. Cab. Let's go indeed. Okay, this time I think it's gonna work. It's looking good.
It
Not
almost
taking any
did.
chances. It's just using treble all the way. Oh man.
I guess I don't have enough ammo to the fight. Okay, I have.
Oh yeah, he had to ace
Nice.
quite a bit of commando bombs because of the... Because he had to do the stage many times. Oh, wow, but he got 3 double hits. I didn't see that coming. That was pretty good.
Wow. I
You
did
didn't
the
get
stage 4 times before this run. And I didn't die once.
You also
yeah.
did beat the stage 4 times in this run.
I hate Blademan stage. I just hate it.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest stages in this game. So
And by the way, thanks, Mr. Cat.
And one quick thing with his donation, we are now less than $185 away from hitting our actual goal. So
Nice.
that's crazy. It's day 1. We've been live for what, 6 hours? Like, holy smokes.
thanks for your generosity, guys. You're great.
It's a really huge deal. So yeah, thank you very much.
So this is Strikeman stage. So as you can see, he likes sports a lot. I wonder what's the purpose of this robot when he's not an evil boss. Like, what's
So
his
the
actual
robot that's like the whole room robot?
Yeah. I have no
It's a
idea
really
what-
interesting.
What the?
It's just under a soccer field.
Yeah, it must be very useful for something, I guess. I don't know. Oh,
Under
Most of
every
this
soccer
thing-
field is a grumpy robot.
most of the stage is just killing some enemies that are in the way and taking debuffs on the balls. That with Mega Man, you usually would shoot them so they can go up, but with Base, since you can go really fast, you can just deboost sometimes and fly over the last few ones with the travel. Now for the fight, and the fight is really easy. You just want to get close to him and shoot as many blades as possible so he dies. And Vinny got a hit pattern. At least I think it's good because he died fast.
Actually, this is a little bit slower than the another one, but
Oh, okay.
it's not too much difference.
I usually see people missing the other one.
Yeah, the other one is a little bit difficult,
Oh,
a little bit more difficult.
that must
but-
be the reason I thought it was slower. So yeah, Blade Man's weapon is pretty good. That used against the boss because it can hit multiple times. Usually it hit 2 times for bosses, but for normal enemies that don't have iframes, they can hit up to 3 times since it's 3 blades. So Sheepman stage. The gimmick of the stage are those disappearing blocks when you touch them. And they don't matter too much for base, because they can move so fast. Unless they are literally on the way up the door, like that. Then you have to wait. But usually you can go around them instead of waiting without losing any time. The light bulb mini bosses are not a big deal because they die with a single bomb if you time it correctly. And yeah, it's gonna use the Nitro Man weapon to climb faster as much as possible every time you have a ladder close to a wall. Skipping the Yoku block section with treble, and also using it to take a D-boost without taking any knockback.
Balls it.
Yo. Pretty good jump into the gap. So, Cheatman stage. Fight, actually. You have to throw the balls at the walls because they do more damage when they rebound. Like every time they touch a wall, they get more powerful. It kinda messed up a bit the fight, but it's pretty good still. So a good thing about this game that is not very common in Mega Man games. It has quick weapon swap. I should have said that before, commented about it before, because it's a really important thing in this run. Because you can use the weapons at will as long as you can swap to them fast enough. And it's really useful. Because in most Mega Man games, you have to open a menu, so you usually avoid swapping weapons. Unless it saves a lot of time. In this game, you can just use them as much as you want. The only setback for the weapon swap in this game is that when you swap weapons, you cancel the one that's already in the screen. So it can be good and bad at the same time. Sometimes you would want to have two weapons on screen, and you can do that in some of the other games. And it's also good, but it's also good because you can use some weapons that would actually have big animation times and cancel them midway, so you can use them again, like the solar flare that he didn't get yet, but he's gonna get at some point. Be used at the end game quite a bit.
Of course.
So I use Pumpman stage to talk about those things because it's a stage that's pretty straightforward. You don't really do a lot. And he got a pretty bad pattern from Pumpman. It didn't want to stand under the clouds. But it's fine since you have Blade.
Dump pump.
Dump pump. Right, now he's going to Solar Man stage. Is it called Solar Man? I always forget the name of that boss.
Yeah, Solar Man.
He has a thing on his head.
He has a sun. His head.
That's
why he's Solar Man.
That's the thing. It shines.
He's a little sparky boy.
Yeah. So
Sunshine Boy.
This stage is very focused on vertical climb, so you get a lot of use of the
some very technical platforming going on.
Yeah. You have a lot of use of the Nitro Man weapon. say. It's just best of birds. Birds are random, and they can lose you quite a bit of time. Not as much because base can actually mitigate a bit by shooting up, but his bus is not that strong, so you really want them to get down. Oh, okay.
The drop.
Yeah. You never want to hit drops right before a jump. It's really rough. Because it's like you have the time for your input. You're gonna pass jump to jump over the gap. But then you collect the drop, the game stops, and you press jump before the time, and it doesn't read your input.
Yep.
Because you just collected the drop, and you die. It's simple as that. You don't want to get a drop before a jump. If it was a big drop, it maybe could have been saved. You would see it and have a little bit of reaction time. But a small one like that is really hard to counter.
Ah!
That doesn't sound good.
I had this run, of course.
Okay. This run is taking some really unlucky deaths. It's not very common for him to die in those kind of places. Because it's usually very consistent at those. He's very consistent at those stages. The wily stages are the ones that usually cause trouble in runs.
Yeah.
Because they have more risky stuff.
Oh,
But it's fine, it's fine. It's still going very smoothly.
But I have
It's
time to
gonna
make
be
an
fine.
announcement really quick.
Yeah, you do.
So earlier when Gedrith donated that fat 250, he did fill up our next few incentives. So the MVC2 combo exhibition is met, Mario Odyssey New Donk Festival is met, Minor Ultra Adventures main menu out of bounds glitch is met, and the Pac-Man World Outtakes incentive is met. The next one after that is Mario and Luigi Partners in Time Fawful cutscene. There's only $8 raised out of 50, so donate towards that. And there's still the Save versus Kill Mustache Girl bid war for Hat in Time. That's coming up soon. So get those donations in.
Alright.
Looks like a donation just came in if I've got a second to read it.
Oh. Go ahead. It's gonna have a pretty good cutscene.
Rain Ryokin donated $25 with no comments, but thank you very much for the donation, my friend.
Hey, thanks. I think this is going to be overestimate because there are 4 deaths and the game is over.
Well, we can always hope. We can always hope.
It's not a bad run though, but
Yeah,
Those
it's
deaths.
been solid outside of deaths. Pretty good movement overall. And let's go. Okay, so this stage, Wily 1 stage, is a refight stage, but it's not the... You're not refighting the bosses from this game, you're fighting bosses from previous games. And the fights look pretty simple, but they are actually quite a bit difficult to execute fast, because you have to swap weapons really quickly. And you don't have a lot of time for some of these bosses to kill them before they go bad, and you lose a cycle. So he has to be really quick with the swaps, and he also doesn't want to miss the weapon. Doesn't want to get the wrong weapon into the boss, because it's not gonna deal damage. So here you can see he used the solar blaze to kill Ringman, and he was canceling the shots because Solar Blades have a pretty long animation. So by canceling the shots, you can kill him faster. It's going into the last set of bosses. In a few seconds, it's gonna be done. The soundtrack of the Wily stages of this game.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
the best
good.
trio Wily stage.
Yeah, it's very intense song.
I messed up every cool strat in this stage. Just Batman.
Alright, so he's going into Wily 2. In Wily 2, he's gonna have to make a jump. It's really hard. It's really risky. In the very beginning of the stage.
Uh,
So hopefully he doesn't die. But that can't happen.
nope.
Yo. He's through. He's just fine. He's okay. In this stage you use a lot of the blade cutters thing to climb the walls. So this stage has those kind of I don't know what to call them, stompers?
Pressures.
Crushers, yeah. If you get crushed by them, they are on a global cycle. So you kind of have your stages going. The stomper the crusher might get you. So you have to know how the stage is going, and what you have to do for. You have to have that knowledge.
In frames. Nice. Sorry.
Pick and take the eyes away from each other so you can hit him. But he was really nice.
Yeah.
You let him kill them so easily. That's characteristic.
Hit three times in a row before this.
So yeah, there are a lot of elevators in this stage. Actually, there is only 2, but you know. You know, 2 is a lot. Well, you really don't have much to do while they are climbing up very slowly. So you kind of goof around. The spike section is pretty risky. but not really that hard. At least when things go the way you plan, it's not very hard. Second elevator, more nothing for a bit.
Wow.
So the boss for this stage, you can do a quick kill. Like he dies almost instantly. It's very quick, but
Nice.
it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. It's very uncommon to actually see it done perfectly. It was nice. It's really good.
I think this run would be in a 31 pace without the deaths.
Yeah, probably. Besides the deaths, you didn't miss much. Like it was, yep, mostly minor mistakes. So yeah, it would have been pretty good pace.
I made a run way worse than this, and I got a third one with one death. Please, please, fuck!
Pumpman is a really good guy. He's the kind of guy you really like hanging around.
This is not even my fault. I can't do anything.
It's completely random where he wants to go and how high he jumps, so yeah, you're kind of stuck.
I tried my backup in the 2 fights, and he gave some bad RNG in the 2 fights. They were bad RNG for the backup.
He was just unlucky, very unlucky.
Pump's quick kill is so beautiful. I wanted to show it.
Yo, this time, Sheepman fight went much better than the stage fight. Got every single hit.
The other one was a bad RNG and a bad RNG and a bad execution. This one is a good RNG and a good execution. Whoops, messed it up. Whoa.
Blade Man this time is not as good as the first fight.
Yep.
Because you can't hit the boss with the bomb. You have to hit the wall or the ground or the ceiling. This time he had to wait a little bit, but it was fine. He could get some little hits, so he didn't lose an extreme amount of time. Chuman's weapon? No. Chuman's weakness, Floor Blaze, is also the Whitey Machine weakness. So he's gonna use the weapon tank. So he's able to kill Whitey Machine faster.
Whoa. We got...
Please.
Do I have a minute or do you want me to wait until the run's done?
I think you can go for it just now.
We got 2 donations, one from IANice92, $4.20 for the Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green rival name to be Cancer, presumably with an exclamation point. spin, we got 75 big buckaroos from Moogle, who says, "Hey, I'm a big fan. Put this towards Pepsi Man cutscenes." Thanks, Moogle. Big fan of your content. Love the channel.
So yeah, the White Machine fight is pretty straightforward. The first phase you shoot with the Solar Blaze. In the second phase, you can just use Base's Buster. And when he goes down, you can just use the Pumpman Shield. I don't know the name. It's probably Pump Shield.
Water Shield.
Water Shield. Okay.
I can do this run without using the weapon tank, but I need enough triple blade to two-man fight, and I didn't have in this run because I didn't get some drops.
Yeah, you have to be lucky for this to not have to use the weapon tank. You have to be lucky.
Oh, wow, there's a space station.
Yep.
And it's connected to the planet?
Yep.
That seems impractical.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like the best plan.
I feel like it would break at some point, but guess not.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. So this stage you can actually manipulate the last boss pattern, the first pattern you get, but as base is not really as simple as Mega Man. Mega Man you just walk all the way. So as base you can go a lot faster in this stage and gamble on the good pattern and save time over it. You could still do the same manipulation you do as Mega Man with base, but it would not be as fast. Okay, but with the pattern we got, it probably would be faster, yeah. Because he was very unlucky.
Yep.
So he didn't win at the casino.
Yep. GG.
GG's.
What was the time?
Overestimate.
Oh.
It looked like 35-10?
It was 35:03, I think.
Damn
Before.
it.
Yeah, it was barely.
That's okay, I died a lot.
with yeah, was it 4 deaths and a game over, and you're only 4 seconds over estimate? That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why
It
these
was not a
stages
bad
go
run.
pretty smoothly.
Oops, sorry, my alert. I forgot.
Oh
to
my god.
activate.
Oh.
But
No.
anyway,
Could I-
sorry guys.
Could I give one more donation out there? It's
Oh,
a pretty
yeah.
big one.
Oh,
Fearlessly
okay.
donated $100, which puts us past our goal, and says, "Save this up for you, Keys. Long live the $1 brand. Keiza Woo 2. Might as well put this towards the hardest level of Super Mario World."
Cool.
And we hit our goal.
Nice.
Nice, dude. This is crazy. So early.
So
Yeah.
I hope you guys have enjoyed the run. Besides the deaths, I think it was a good run. And I want to thank Cassio for helping me with the commentary. And everyone for the marathon who called me to play. I wish the best for Keiza, and I hope everything goes fine for him. And GG. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching us and for donating. And sorry for anything. I think that's it for us.
Yep. So when I can turn off the string, just tell me.
thank you. The marathon is gonna keep going, even though we've already hit our goal. The marathon's gonna keep going until the end of the night, midnight on Sunday Eastern time. Let's give it up. Am I still being heard on stream? Are you guys still here? Yeah, okay. Let's, like, big fat boy shoutouts to Little Square, who organized this whole thing, and I can't be heard anymore. Alright, maybe I can?
No, I think you can.
Big fat boy shoutouts to Little Square. Together, like, god dang. Like, what a big Mondo homie. Biggest homie. Everyone, can we get a Bork in the chat, please? I guess whenever, hang on one second.
Cool.